Okay.
Assalamualaikum. Apa?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and welcome to another episode of Asatizah Answer Your IG Questions. The theme for today's episode is life and happiness. Happiness is a feeling that all of us wish to experience every day, if not every minute. Our quest for happiness is a journey, not just in this world, but also in the hereafter. Joining me today to answer your IG questions are my friends from the Asatizah Youth Network. Ustaz, are you both ready to answer questions that we have from our IG followers?
Yes, insyaAllah.
But before we answer those questions that we got from you, let's play some game to get to know each other more. Basically, I'll be asking a series of questions, and all of you will use your pointer to pick the Asatizah you think best fits the bill. Okay, here comes the pointer.
Let's go.
Who is most likely to become an influential businessman? 3, 2, 1. Oh wow! Hopefully, insyaAllah, we all become somebody successful. Speaking of accomplishment and being successful, we have a question from the IG follower. What does it mean to be a successful Muslim?
Being a successful Muslim means someone who is both successful in this world and the hereafter. But there are also many Quranic terminologies that speaks about success, such as in Surah Al-Mu'minun, Qad aflahal mu'minun, which means indeed believer is successful. And then it moves forward to describe 6 descriptions about success, and that in a way talks about being successful by being responsible in this world, and therefore success reaches to him in the hereafter.
Who is most likely to forget his wedding anniversary?
Because I will forget.
I won't forget. Okay, the question from our IG follower. What if nobody was created for me? Then I'll be a hopeless, useless, leftover guy once I reach 30.
I guess 30 is still young. Each person of us has his own sustenance that Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala have already destined for him. And being not married before 30 doesn't mean you are hopeless.
We have even scholars who did not marry, but they lived a very fruitful and wonderful life.
Different people have different timeline, and we pray the best for everyone, and insyaAllah, regardless of our marital status, we'll be able to lead a happy life towards Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala.
Amin.
Who is most likely to remain cheerful after a bad day?
Okay. Gini terus tak ada kira tau ni. Tak ada kira.
And because you are very cheerful, and I also found a question from our IG followers, what is happiness in Islam?
When we talk about happiness in Islam, or sa'ada, right? In Arabic, the definition of sa'ada as a person having calmness, having peace in mind.
The Prophet ﷺ said, happiness is someone who ends his life in this world in the state of happiness, and that is a fruitful and meaningful end.
This pandemic especially has brought a lot of people under intense pressure, and sometimes isolation lead to a certain form of mental wellness being affected. We have a question from the IG. I am mentally drained. Sometimes I see only a glimpse of light or happiness. What can I do?
I always think when people say about can't see a light, their life is dark, maybe our lens need to be polished, maybe, you know, like we have to see it in a different view.
It's part of the process to continue to develop and finding solutions by acknowledging our emotions.
We have to take time off of the things that actually get our mental drain. One of the things that can actually calm our heart is by remembering Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, by doing zikr.
Being mentally drained is normal for us as human beings, and do seek out for help if we really need to. Our next IG question. Can you be happy even after sacrificing all your worldly desires?
Firstly, we need to understand what do we mean by worldly desires. So in that sense, we have 2 categories of life. False life, that is a life that only follows the ego, that only desires to fulfill what is needed by the baser self. And there is also a life such as the desire to make our parents happy, the desire to help others. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Innaka lan tada'a shay'an illa baddalakallahu bihi ma huwa khairan laka minhu," atau kama qala sallallahu alaihi wasallam, narrated by Imam Ahmad, which means if we leave those things that are blameworthy in the sight of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, Allah will grant us something better. And I hope that reflects the question that we are talking about, inshallah.
That's all we have from your IG questions. As usual, I have an additional question. How do you find joy in your life?
Wow, a lot of things that I like to play soccer. So when I play soccer, I'm very happy. Of course, I have to win lah, right? To see my family happy, to see my parents happy is also something that make a lot of joy in my heart.
For me, it's the simple pleasures in life, such as coffee in the morning, looking at trees. Those are manifestations of life in this world. It develops us to appreciate more things and the bigger things in life.
Things like spending time with loved ones, acquiring new knowledge, getting new skills, do some hobbies. These are things that will bring joy in our life, inshallah. We have come to the end of this episode on life and happiness. We wish you a life full of happiness and tranquility.
Do give this video a like and share it with your family and friends.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.